Happy anniversary, Mr. J. You're really swell and okay. It's 7 years to the day. Take the night off. Let's play.
Harley.
Wanna try some of my pie?
Harley.
I'm sure you'll want seconds.
Harley, I'm not in the party mood. If you really want to make me happy... Find the plagiarist who's been stealing my act! Ugh. Sweet kid, but a lousy cook.
Delia and Deidre Dennis, your grandmother has paid your bail and you're being released into her custody pending your trial.
Oh, joy.
You rotten little scamps! I struggle to make a good home for you, and this is the thanks I get! Ow! Break a grandmother's heart! I hope they throw the book at you!
Oh, shut up, Nana Harley.
Good evening, U.S. Basic Wolf Squadron. It's your welcome to Wolf 10. Tonight we are paying a tribute to a very iconic voice actress and a very iconic character because, I'm sorry guys, but this character died with the actress. So anybody who wants to come at us with that bullshit about the latest entries of this character, I'm sorry, but we're talking about the original Harley Quinn tonight. That's right, people. We are going to talk about our experiences and our enjoyment of a special actress known as Arlene Sorkin, also known as the voice actress of Harley Quinn from Batman, the animated series, going forward in the DCAU, all the way up to Batman Beyond, as you saw in the clip last. I'm here with the usual suspects, starting with the lovely Leia Valor, Leia Plus Size.
Good evening, everyone. This is Leia Plus Size, your lovely Lady of Valor, and thanking you for joining us in this memorial of the actress that voiced this iconic character that she's become. And so I'm looking forward to the discussion. And if you have any thoughts that you'd like to share with us about the actress and the character of Harley Quinn, please leave it in the comments below. I'm sure we're going to look forward to hearing from you.
I'm also here with the humblest of writers, Humble Marty.
Hello, I am Humble Marty. I just write stuff.
But you're also a fan of Arlene Sorkin, right?
Well, yeah.
Good to know. Also with us is the Warrior of Light, Final Fantasy fan 12.
Good evening to viewers and fellow Final Fantasy fans. This is Final Fantasy Fan 12, and welcome to another live stream of the US Basic Wolf Squadron. And today, we are honoring the memory for the loss of Arlene Sorkin, the iconic voice for Harley Quinn since Batman the Animated Series till Batman Arkham Asylum.
Along with us is the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us in this special episode of the Wolf Commander Rebels, where originally we were going to do a fourth episode of the Real Millennials, but instead we decided to do a little live stream paying our respects to the now late and great Arlene Sorkin. May she rest in peace.
Moment of silence. And shall we begin? So, anybody who knows her beyond Harley Quinn?
Besides her inspiration from Paul Dini, not really.
Yeah, same with me. I'm not familiar with her work outside of Harley Quinn, and to know that she was on the soap opera Days of Our Lives. But other than that, I got to be honest here, I didn't know that much about her.
What about you, Dom?
Well, no, I was gonna say like what her appearance in the Birds of Prey TV series count, but no, not really.
Well, she was Veronica in Tasmania.
Yeah, she
Sh-
was.
Wonder what who that character was. The majority of her voice acting was strictly to Harley Quinn, but she was also Rachel in Frasier, a show I did not watch religiously like most people did.
Oh, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, so I guess you could say like outside of Harley, there was Tasmania as well, and Frasier.
I didn't watch Tasmania. Sorry.
So instead of talking about the actress herself, we will just be talking about our experiences showing our appreciation to her famous character, more popular character now, be it deserving or undeserving, Harley Quinn, and how she brought that character to life. She was
I
Miss
like.
Bambi in Mask of the Phantasm.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, you're
Oh
right.
yeah, that was her. That's why when I was watching the film, and yet I heard that voice that sounded a lot like Harley, I was like, wait, why did that voice sound so familiar?
No, she was Miss Bambi.
Bambi! I saw her shot your mother!
I am fascinated by Paul Dini's story of how he created Harley Quinn, because this shows you how creative ideas get started. And if anyone isn't familiar, I don't know if Paul Dini if was a personal friend of hers, but I know that, and I saw the video. I think Wolf, you posted it in MeWe, I think, of her on Days of Our Lives, and it was a dream
It was
sequence.
Schooner.
Oh, Scooney. So Scooney, if you're listening, thank you for posting. It was a dream sequence on the soap opera Days of Our Lives, and she was dressed up as a court jester, and she did a little comic routine in her own way. And Paul Dini saw that, and she was in the voice that you know her for as Harley Quinn. She was doing the voice that she's known as Harley Quinn, and he saw that, and she became his inspiration for this character. And Paul Dini said that he knows the Joker has, his gang, and his gang is all male. So he said, well, what if I had a female that was in the Joker's gang? Who would she be? What would she be like? So he saw Arlene do her little bit on the soap opera in the dream sequence, dressed up as a court jester in the similar colors that you're seeing now as Harley Quinn that you're looking at here.
Even
And
though it's
Mhm.
more so of like of a of a red and blue instead of more of a
yeah,
red and black like we see here. But still, yeah, she was still in the clown makeup though. Yeah.
yeah, yep, she was still in the clown makeup. He saw that, and that's when he molded the Harley Quinn we know and love from her, and also sought her out to do that Brooklyn voiced, that very Brooklyn voice that she has. She's a good example of how very successful you can be in voiceover. That voice acting is still acting,
Mm-hmm.
and putting your spirit into the character brings the character to life. And that's one of the first things that attracted me to voiceover work. Was I liked how actors would use their voice to bring the character to life. You may not be on camera yourself, but your voice is. And we know that it worked because, as Wolf brought out in his introduction, we can't imagine anybody else voicing this character.
Mm. And the funny thing is, when I just began thinking about it with Batman the Animated Series, most of the villains
Pow,
always have.
bitch!
Do you mind?
Oh God, Wolf, you're
Armor
tired
Core.
of me.
Anyway.
Continue, final. Final.
Okay.
Continue.
The funny thing that I realized when thinking back on Batman the Animated Series with all 4 seasons, most of the villains have. Oh, yeah, well, they would have their henchmen, most of them. But a lot of them would have their own henchwomen. Of course, Harley's first appearance was in the Joker's favor, even though she didn't really even have that name. She didn't even have any lines either. She was in the costume, but she didn't have any lines. But that was her first appearance episode in the show. But then you also think Mr. Freeze, when he has two henchwomen in the
Yep.
show. And I think the Penguin also had that. Well, yeah, he did have that in the 2000s Batman show. But then I think he should also have women as part of his henchmen because he runs a club. But a lot of them have henchwomen involved. Mostly, predominantly the male casts in the show.
Yeah, and I forgot who that gangster was. There was a gangster that had a henchwoman. I can't think of it. You're right, Frank.
You're talking about what's his face that fucked up
Clayface?
Harvey. Not
Yes.
Clayface.
No, it's Clayface Harvey. Yeah, Harvey. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
what was
Oh,
his
Roland
fucking
Daggett?
name? There we go,
Yeah.
Daggett.
Yeah, Daggett. Yeah. You're right. You know, it's interesting. When I first got introduced seeing Harley in the episode, I said to myself, I don't know exactly who she is, but I like her because every time she would come up on screen, I was like, I like when they put Harley in these episodes, even though she's a villainess or henchwoman or any way you want to look at her.
Mm-hmm.
I always said this is my own reaction from seeing her. I would say I like that character, but at this time, my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, she was created for the TV show. Am I right?
Yes, she
Or
was
is
specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she,
Yep.
and she wasn't the only one. There was also Livewire, or Livewire
Yep.
Leslie Willis of Superman the Animated Series. So
Mm-hmm.
because of the popularity like she gained over time, thanks to Paul Dini and Bruce Timm, Harley transitioned from the DC animated universe to the comic books.
Yeah. And her first comic appearance was one of the tie-in comics to the animated show.
Along with X-23 and X-Men Evolution. There was a lot of hell. Even Renee Montoya was a canon immigrant, as the trope calls it. And for those
You're
who
not
don't
wrong.
know what that means, it's when a character becomes so popular, on TV that they get their own little side story, or they get their own story within other media. In this case, Harley Quinn got her comic run right after her stint in Batman the Animated Series, and so on and so forth.
And Underworld Dream has a question. Do you think the trend of Batman cartoon villains having henchwomen was a nod to the classic Adam West Batman show? Lots of the villains had henchwomen as well.
That
Could be.
explains it.
Well,
Yep.
it's not just specifically the Alan West shows. That was media. Period. That was media way back when. Actually, a lot of
Mhm.
it all came down to from the femme fatale from Noir.
Right.
It all boiled down to that. That's where the henchwoman came in. At you had the henchwoman that always contrasts the goody good girl that was kind of like that was basically the hero's love interest or jump off point. So you had the bad girl to contrast that. It was a really a storytelling thing that they always used a lot, which is if there was a girl next door, so should she be paired up with the hot girl or the bad girl. It all also goes back to the whole Gilligan's Island thing. Everybody wanted to fuck Ginger, but they wanted to marry Mary Ann.
Yeah. And
So
don't forget the world
go
of
ahead.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. A Bond, the Bond girls. There's always a good one and there's always a bad one.
Yeah, exactly. It's an angel devil situation, kind of like Sugar and Spice and Batman Forever.
Oh, heck, it's even came up in Hallmark movies and
Yep.
in the more exciting cult flicks from the 1930s and the 1920s.
Yeah, it's a whole deal of you have to have opposites. It always come in twos. Something to bounce out. You got the bad boy, the good guy, the girl next door, the hot chick, or the hoe. They evolved over time. Let's just say that.
long story, long story short, like these works of fiction, regardless of the medium they're operating in, are utilizing archetypes that have been around since time immemorial.
Hmm. And we love them
And
for it.
oh yeah, because every time there was an episode, the more she was featured in the episodes, the more I enjoy seeing her. So you're right. She was, and I could explain why I said, "Oh, good, it's another episode with that Harley in it." Yeah.
Harley!
Mhm.
That's how I knew her name. I didn't even know her name until Joker started screaming her name at one point when she didn't show up. Harley!
I thought it was when he just yelled at her because she just already gone on with his plan without him.
Well, that's probably what that was.
Yeah.
I,
And we also received glimpses like of her past before she got involved with the Joker with
oh
Harley
God, Mad
Quinn, where
Love.
she no, I mean I said Harley Quinn
I know.
before Matt Love.
Oh right.
Yeah, Matt Love simply expanded upon her origin.
She was a terrible student.
Dom. Now, was Matt Love in the comic?
Yep.
It later turned into a comic.
It later turned into a comic, but it started off as an
And
episode
plus the
of the new.
cover art to that comic is done by Alex Ross, and it is beautiful.
Yes, it
It,
is.
As
Yes, it
it still
always.
is.
is. But getting back on track, Harley Quinn, where Joker Joker created a bomb and placed it somewhere in Gotham City. So like, both Bruce and Harley had to team up to find it and disable it before Gotham City ended up in a mushroom cloud. And we see the hints of her origin like as a psychiatrist like for Arkham Asylum like when Harley went back into one of her and Joker's hideouts and she got herself out of the Arkham Asylum outfit and went back to her costume.
Now, if I'm understanding, she was like a psychiatrist. Was she treating the Joker, and it drove her mad?
She
He drove her
wasn't no
mad.
registered
It
psychiatrist.
was,
Okay, what?
She was there for psychotherapy, but the thing is that she was not a well trained psychiatrist. She cheated on her test and basically got hired on because they thought her credentials checked out, and unfortunately she was not well trained in what she's supposed to be doing, and she committed the cardinal sin
Harley.
of getting involved with your patients or
Yeah,
say sympathizing
Harley
with your
was kind of
patients.
like that one, like those
Stockholm
girls that
syndrome.
fall in love with Ted Bundy.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
very
And
actually,
good.
not just Stockholm syndrome. That happened when she was still in a relationship with the Joker. Her first relationship with the Joker was the result of the Florence Nightingale effect.
There you go.
hmm
Not
Mhm.
yeah. The Stockholm syndrome would mean that there was some abuse involved, and she finally coped, and her her mind switched over, for lack of a better word, to hating him, to despising him, to loving her captor. It will also state that it will also suggest that the Joker kidnapped her, which was not the case. He
Yep.
manipulated her.
And she also escaped. And she also helped him in his escape from Arkham.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's the
Exactly.
whole reason why he used her. And she tried getting involved with the Joker since then, but Joker always tries to push her out because, well, the Joker doesn't care about humanity at all.
He flies solo.
Well, that always explained to me when I watched the Batman show. I kept wondering, why does she go back to this man? Because
Well,
there's stuff the screws got to be loose. Because I
it's
just want to go
true
back.
to life.
it's
hmm
yeah.
And it's also like in this case, like when she
Hang on,
went through
Dom.
the
Let Harley. Let Humble take a spell real
Well,
fast.
Harleen Quinzel and the Joker are the kind of relationship that is not relationship goal. And I think the more exciting thing I could read is Neostar Productions' The Brilliant Star That Shines Through the Night, the sensational act that's hard to follow. Riserman stands in honor of Arlene Sorkin.
Riser chop! Riser kick! I'm not gonna sing the rest. There we go. Good job, Humble. Good job.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that was good, Humble. Yes, very
you.
good.
You'll fit in. You fit in this area expertise like a glove. Now let's not also forget that later on she ditched Joker for a while to hang out with another infamous character of Batman's Rogues Gallery,
Ivy.
Poison Ivy. And this was a chance man while they were robbing the same area. Her with
Yeah.
apparently
It was a
jewels
jewelry store
and
that they were robbing.
yeah, and I don't know what Poison Ivy was stealing.
It wasn't a jewelry store. They were actually trying to steal an item from a museum.
Right.
Oh.
Museum. Forgot. How did I forget?
I totally thought that was a jewelry store.
Nope, it was a
yeah.
museum.
Yep, museum. And since then they've been friends. Okay? Friends. Not lesbian lovers. They were friends.
Pretty
Somehow
vanilla. Well, I'm sorry.
Go on.
As the lesbian lovers, I kind of found their relationship pretty vanilla.
And still toxic.
Yeah, because her relationship with the Joker is toxic, but yet she's in a relationship with Ivy, only then to find it's another one. Because again, Ivy, she too does not care about humanity. She cares only about herself because she is a narcissist. And
You know,
she
at
wanted
one
Harley to
time-
be her sidekick.
Yeah, and one time I would have loved for Poison Ivy to actually be a positive influence. I'm putting that in air quotes, by the way, to Harley. You know, they have their own little healthy girl thing going on where they get together and just have a little bit of fun. You know how best friends hang out for one night, girls' night, if you will.
Yes.
You know, have one of those kind of things. Having a girls' night. You know, Harley just doing it for the lols while Pamela is doing it for the for the evils.
Oh, well, that's what I thought was going to happen on the animated series when they had the
They
episode
kinda did.
together. I thought that Ivy was going to try to snap her out a little bit because she asked her, "Why are you basically a slave to this guy? This guy is not treating you well. You need to dump him." I think at one time she asked her that.
But yet so ironic because she's doing that to her.
Yes, yeah, that is. You're right about that. Final.
The thing that makes it pretty funny to me, and I know this one's also not really a healthy relationship, was when Jack Ryder crushed on Harley Quinn.
Oh,
the creeper!
Yes.
Yeah, it's this Pepe Le Pew type of relationship with the two.
Oh
Yes.
god, the creeper was the most craziest episode that I love so much because there was yet another character that made Joker run.
The
And
Joker
funny
even
part is
calls
he
him a lunatic despite
created
himself
that
being
monster.
one.
Whoa. Y'all crisscrossing each other.
Oh,
Let
sorry.
Final go first. Humble, you
Oh,
go after.
go ahead.
Yeah, the Joker even called him a lunatic. Funny, because he is one. He himself is one.
Is she flipping the bird in this image? Yep. That's updated, Harley. Yep. Don't want that on the screen. Keep going. Go ahead. Go ahead. Wait. Let Humble say her piece.
Yeah.
What made Creeper funny to me was he was the one guy able to one punch KO the Batman. It was the one show that had Larry, Curly, and Moe as henchmen for the Joker.
Mhm.
And the creeper had, I don't know. It was like the kind of monster the Joker created.
Yeah, because that's actually pretty funny, actually, because this show actually gave a new origins on the Creeper, because the Creeper was a pre-existing character, and I forgot what was much of his origins was. He still kept the same costume that we are familiar with thanks to the show,
Mm-hmm.
but it was from a scientist that pretty much made him what made Jack Ryder into the Creeper. But thanks to this one, it was thanks to the same vat of chemicals that the Joker fell into, but yet he didn't actually go mad, which explains why he's kooky and explains the way he is. And Batman figured that out when he was actually trying to figure out how is he even the way he is and what made him that way after finding a sample of his blood.
Mm-hmm.
Go on, Leia. What were you gonna say?
I want to know who came up with the implication that Harley and Ivy were lovers. Because when I watched
Shippers.
Comics.
Tumblr.
why did they
Comics. Start with the comics.
Well, it was,
Why did
well,
they do
well,
that?
to be more specific,
Because these people on the internet don't have anything else of a relationship outside of shipping.
Don has the answer.
Weird
He's
phenomenon.
always got the answer.
Sorry. Because there is this weird phenomena if they see two people who get along for probably like a few seconds, or they have like a friendship going. It's like, okay, now kiss.
You all have good points. You find
Dom.
Dom. What were you, Dom? You all final both make good points. Dom, what do you have to say?
more to be more specific, as later writers, even before New 52, where they drew up the like he and or she generally drew up implications that Harley and Pamela were more than friends. So like, because like they didn't understand like the context surrounding the relationship, because like there wasn't an indication that they swung both ways.
Yeah,
Because I never got
because they
that vibe from.
twisted. It was
Go ahead,
twisted
Final.
from Paul Dini's, because someone did ask about someone did ask Paul Dini that were Harley and Ivy lovers, and people say he was very wishy-washy with that, but it's just no, they were just friends. They were just
So
and yet people he did, and a lot of people just still very twisted because he was very wishy-washy about that, as a lot of people think, but people just still twist his words and just put that as that, and to think, oh yeah, he definitely said that when he didn't.
in other words, folks, like they twisted and misunderstood what Paul Dini said in regards to their relationship.
Yeah,
That
and
is.
that's. Oh, go ahead, Dom.
The two of them were just close friends. That's it.
I never got a vibe from Ivy that she swinged both ways, or she was into girls. I always got this vibe that Ivy was the femme fatale. She was seductive, but she was seductive to men. That's who she wanted to conquer. And then
Hello?
after a few episodes, I'm like, we're gonna do the show where Ivy and Harley are love. Like, where did that come from?
Shipping.
Yeah, okay. I didn't want to derail the subject, but I just had to ask that question because that just seems to be all they do now with
Because the
Harley
people
Quinn.
view toxic relationships as basically
Push
as one
pause,
big
everybody.
happily. Go on.
Humble, can you speak through your mic?
Yeah, I can.
You kind of sound a little muffled.
Oh, yeah. Better.
Much better. Continue, final.
Because people view toxic relationships as a happily ever after, despite it never is. Wait. What was that webcomic with Sungwoo and Junbom? God damn it. It's a Korean webcomic. think it was called Killing Stalking, I think.
Could have been.
Maybe. Because it's a Korean webcomic with Sangwoo and Yoonbom, and it is a psychological horror romance story. And people apparently ship the two together despite being a toxic relationship, and he's trying to get out.
I agree. Under. I forgot his name. Forgive me. There was two comments back. Well, he had a good comment about Harley in toxic relationships because it's Ivy, and I do agree, seems to be abusive as well to her. So, is she drawn to abusive relationships, or because Ivy is
No,
kind of
because she didn't even know. Because, like Wolf said, Harley is not even an expertise in psychology. She just cheated her way up there. Because
If you ever looked at Mad Love, don't mean to cut into you, Final. If you look into Mad Love,
yeah,
what she did to her,
specifically the comic specifically.
how she got past that A. Yeah,
Yeah.
she sucked his
know,
dick.
man.
We,
Yeah,
she was seducing her old principal. I think at the university. I think it was a university.
Yeah,
yeah,
she
it
had
was
some dick.
college.
She
Was it
walked
better
out
way?
with a smug, satisfied smile, and you see the guy in the background with the hat door closed. Man got swirls in his eyes, and he's all fully clothed, mind you. So I'm like, yeah, she sucked his dick.
yeah, I got that vibe when I saw that. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it.
And it's just Harley just couldn't even find any form of relationships. If the only relationship she were to even find was just being with Batman. Well, not in a romantic way, but actually helping Batman.
Yeah, as his ally and confidant.
Yes.
Yes. Batman doesn't fall for her the way the other men do. His weakness is Selena Kyle, but that's another topic.
Always been Selena.
Yeah, it's always been Selena Kyle. Yes.
Even though
I like
I used to be a Talia main until now they saw fit to make her to a
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah.
Never
But I
mind
like
the fact that Talia is very destructive.
Yes, now she used to always been about honor and all that shit. Now they just made her
Because of
to
her
a
dad,
total
yeah.
bitch. Like
Eh,
she was meant to be not anything like her dad, but they made her to a total bitch. She barely even gave a like if you see the new 52 animated stuff with her in it and the way how she treats Damien later on, I'm like, Jesus, woman, that's your fucking son.
You should have seen like how she was with him before New 52.
Oh God,
Because
don't the,
that actually carried over, and the fault is actually on Grant Morrison because he actually didn't even read the, well, at the time, Elseworld story that actually had the technical first appearance of Damien.
boom. Here comes
It
the
used to be
boom, bitch. Here comes the boom, bitch.
it
Come
used
on.
to be in Elseworlds until it became canon to the main DC universe.
Thus, we are cursed to forever have that edgy little shithead forever.
But besides Selena, he actually did have romantic feelings for Diana Prince of Themyscira, Wonder Woman, and
oh
Yeah.
yes.
it
Focus,
wasn't just limited
guys.
to the DC animated universe. It also happened in the comics. But to getting back to Harley, she had multiple opportunities to escape from the Joker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She had many times to leave him, but she kept going back.
Sure
So
as
I
hell
always thought
wasn't
it was
coming after him. He sure as hell wasn't gonna come after her.
And Arlene Sorkin, she was able to convey that very well from Batman the Animated Series all the way to the new Batman Adventures and the later series in the DC Animated
You're a
Universe.
sick man, Mr. J.
yeah. Arlene had a distinctive, the voice. Excuse me. She used for Holly was very distinctive, deep Brooklyn accent.
I'm
Um,
sorry,
very
but Margot
distinctive.
Robbie will never, ever match that cadence like she did.
You never will.
To play
Only person
devil,
that actually managed to do that was Amy Houston,
who is that? Who was
and
that for a video game or for?
it was a cosplay mostly,
Okay.
but
Mm.
mostly for a sort of superhero matchup live action stuff.
Mm.
But
Well, you know,
Amy
go ahead.
Houston
Continue.
was really good at doing the Harley Quinn cadence,
Mm.
It's
and she
very
looked vicious as her too.
it's very difficult to try to imitate an actor's distinctive voice. That's why you're
Mhm.
right about Margot Robbie. Even though I felt her performance wasn't.
Fortunately, Houston had to cosplay as the Arkham version of Harleen.
Oh yeah, the nurse outfit, Harley from Arkham
Yeah,
Asylum.
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't
No,
Well,
think.
nothing beats a good costume, though.
nope. She has a
Nope.
very striking costume. The picture I'm showing you it is her out of costume, but Jesus, nobody beats that Jester outfit. Like, if nothing else,
Yep,
look at
that's
that.
the cover from the Mad Love comic.
Yes,
Hmm
that iconic picture. Yes, that is very fitting of the two of them.
Hmm.
Yes, that is very fitting of them both. I do
And
like
the
that one.
only actress that can, well, Tara Strong is great for Harley, but Arlene Sorkin, mm,
Well, see, here's the thing. You're right about Margot Robbie. Even though I'm going to play devil's advocate, I thought she wasn't bad in Suicide Squad. I thought she wasn't bad. But like I said, it's hard to imitate the voice of an actor's distinctive voice. And
I'm gonna
Arlene
throw this
had a
out there.
distinctive touch.
That should never have been her introduction in the first place.
Agreed. But at the time, Warner Brothers had stupid people in charge of DC, in my opinion. So they didn't know what the heck they were doing. But
Though
I agree with
Sorkin
you.
was able to reprise her role in Assault on Arkham, aka the better Suicide Squad movie, and
mm,
that one was animated.
yeah. And it was also a tie-in to the Arkham games, rather, because a lot of the costumes in that show are from the games.
Yep.
That is some great artwork. I don't know how he just that is. I love looking at his artwork of these comic book
I'm
characters
gonna
because
say this right now.
he captures
Use,
them so great.
Amy Johnson is the better live action Harley Quinn than Robbie. I'm gonna put up some pictures.
Is that? I know she appeared in some video games. I can't remember all of them, but I know
Johnson was
Harley.
not part of video
Okay,
games.
not that one. I thought I saw another one. I
You're not
can't think
wrong
of
though.
such.
She Harley was in a few video games here and there.
I got to look up which games she was in the character because she had different looks. Here's her court gesture look, but she had different looks in the games. Am
Hmm.
I am I right?
That she did,
Yeah,
Different
she
outfits.
did.
She had
and they
different
can
looks.
never seem to settle on one.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
kept changing
the
her.
closest thing that's the closest to her classic costume is her outfit in Arkham City.
Yeah. Then they also put her in the classic outfit in Injustice 2 in a dream sequence.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to play as that suit forever in Justice 2.
And then there was okay, there was also the Batman anime, and that costume actually did look pretty cool.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
uh oh yeah, the from the oh yeah, that awful Batman Harley Quinn animated film.
Yeah.
Yes, it is awful.
That's when they just really threw her in there for no reason other than to play out the yo so random.
Mm,
I'm just gonna leave that up there for you guys.
Fuck
Fun
you.
actually had her going after ninjas with a giant hammer.
So I was trying to name the games that all the video games that I had seen her in that used her character. Yeah, she had different looks in a lot of the different games. Um,
And these days now they got some new Joker broad trying to upstage her. So I'm every time I saw that character, I'm like, are they just
Oh yeah,
Is this
punchline.
is this them saying that Harley is no longer viable, or they just moving on to a brand new trouble girl?
Well, you know how
Well,
they think these. Yeah, you know how they think these days. They're thinking, stupid people are running DC, so they're thinking how cool and empowering it would be if we had a female Joker that's empowering.
we already
Oh,
have
would that
that.
work?
Harley. And
Mhm.
yes, there is also the Joker's daughter in some versions, like especially in Kingdom Come, where she was in there, but only in quite a few panels of that story. But even in the altered reality in DC, where the roles of the Legion of Doom and the Justice League are reversed, where the crime syndicate is found, Joker even had a daughter there, and yeah, Joker is even more heroic there. And plus, we already do have another heroic Joker in the Prime Earth in DC Comics, and his name is the Creeper.
Yes, you talked about him earlier. Hmm.
But Punchline, she just exists for cosplayers, skindily clad cosplayers on Instagram.
It would have been more fun if it was a scantily clad cosplayer experience.
And that's literally why she was made. In
Eh,
fact, her entire origins is just internet being a bad place. And while yes, it is, she apparently found a video where the Joker is then suddenly threatening everybody. And I think Batgirl was there too when she was being held hostage there.
mm,
And she tried to copy the Joker's formula of his toxin for some reason, but then but yet had no results of being murdered, but yet still having the Joker's face. And yet she joined the Joker's ranks, and then that's how we got that character since then, and nothing eventful happened since then, despite every modern Batman fan would say otherwise. And fuck them.
what a
Well, at least, well, at least the punchline's credit. Like does, she didn't say sorry for her return to villainy. She accepted it.
Though what's the point of her? Oh yeah, right, fan service because of her being going up against Harley. Because now Harley's got so popular, she needs to have her own rogues gallery. Never mind that she's already a rogues gallery for Batman.
They're trying to make her to a hero,
Yeah,
which
that's what I'm
I
getting.
was not opposed to. I was never opposed to any of the villains, or shall I say, any of Batman's rogues gallery turning over a new leaf. I'm always open to any villains turning over new leads, and going out of their way to start being good. Specifically, Harley, because of what she dealt with, being with the Joker. She was an abuse victim.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing was she was an abuse victim, and her getting away from the Joker would be the perfect ending for her, because that's usually what we want from an abuse victim, is to get out of the abuse relationship. Period. Anybody who's dealing with some form of abuse, I don't care what resources you have, what like, even if you have no resources, get the hell away from there. Sure, you'll be out on the streets. Sure, like, you gotta get out of there, because really it shows the weakness of the abuser, because the abuser needs you. You don't need the
Mm.
abuser. So the way how I'm seeing that at times, when I see what Joker treats her, is like the Joker needs her as a punching bag or a punch doll to vent his frustrations, and what have you, you know.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
the idea of her leaving and finally pursuing a life of freedom away from the Joker was really good. The unfortunate part is that you still have these trouble women latching on to this character, and they're using her as a spirit animal, as to remind everybody that they were once abused. Abuse victims, real abuse victims, I mean, don't want to be reminded of their abuse
Mhm.
at
Right.
all.
Yeah.
Anybody who's went through some shit do not want to be reminded of it. Sure, they're gonna work their way through it or around it or try to learn to live with it. But nobody doesn't want to be defined by their abuse.
That was why Tina Turner
Yeah.
never wanted to watch What's Love
Take
Got the
note of
movie.
that, Tom King.
Yeah, that's why Tina
His
Turner
awful
never wanted
Batman run, writing his own problems in his own
It's
comics, which led to Heroes in Crisis. Fuck
Yeah.
him.
it's unfortunate how now that she's away from the Joker, now she is now a visual definition for anybody who wants to say that they've been abused. Who say, "Hey, I've been abused. Hey, I've been abused." You know, it's really getting on my nerves because anybody who has I'm taking a line from Tywin Lannister, which is freaking hilarious in itself. Anyone who has to say they've been abused, well, we gotta vet that now because anybody could say they've been abused. Probably wouldn't even tell you how abused that they are, or wouldn't even know what abuse feels like because they're telling you that they've been abused. And even if they describe it, I bet you it's not abuse. I bet you it's first world problems. But those that have faced real adversity through abuse will tell you that they wouldn't even tell anybody that much unless they needed help getting out of that. If they had they and here's another thing. Here's the kicker about abuse victims. Abuse victims find it hard to trust anybody who's offering help. They have they have a hard time trying to believe anybody on who's trying to help them or who's trying to hurt them. They don't even know if they're in cahoots with the abuser or if they're not. You know?
Yeah, because they're just now the only people they could trust now is themselves by trying to get out of there.
Yeah, because the abuser lies and lies and lies and already put some terrible shit in their head. You know?
Yeah, that's why abuse victims have trust issues.
And that sums up Harley Quinn to a T. Getting back to Harley Quinn, that's what sums up Harley Quinn to a T. But the problem is, a lot of women who have never been abused resonate with this character for some reason because apparently, to me, this is my speculation. Don't quote me on this, but this is my speculation. To me, it goes back to the whole they don't have nothing exciting going on with their lives. So they go to any toxic, negative thing to make their lives have some meaning, to bring some, to give existence to their existence, if you will. They'll latch onto any dangerous, self-harming thing to try to compensate for a lack of a personality or the non-existent non-agency that they don't have, which they do have agency, but they would like to pretend that they don't have any agency. Oh, there was another thing I was going to label. I was on the roll here, guys. Now I lost my train of thought. Shit.
Yeah, because to quote Linkara in his Heroes in Crisis episode, it is disgusting. You're gonna turn one's pain and suffering into an object lesson and to show that to the world, to not only everyone, but to potential supervillains, because you thought it's gonna be good for others? Their pain and suffering is not a motivational poster!
You're both right.
And I say, fuck Linkara.
Wolf, you said something. I mean, very well said. Truer words have never been spoken, and you've also explained why so many of them are relating to villains and pushing away the hero and locking on to villains for the very reason that you just explained. You know, do you think that they're liking this or latching onto this character for the wrong reasons? It's okay to have a favorite villain, but it seems like, particularly women of this generation, millennials perhaps, or they're
Don't mix. Well, Leah. Well, first off, don't confuse millennials with Generation Z. They're not the same.
Okay, I'll thank you for that. I'll keep that in mind. I'll say it like this: certain women are clinging to her for the very reason you just said. They're taking the wrong message from her. Do you think that's what it is? Because I think that's the reason why they are clinging so heavily to dark,
God,
villainous
remember back in the early aughts when
characters.
they had Harley Quinn Joker themed weddings?
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
that.
Have a relationship goal like the Joker and Harley Quinn. Are you fucking kidding? This motherfucker threw this girl out of a fucking window.
Mhm.
Anybody remember that episode?
Oh
I
yeah.
remember. I mean, who,
That
I
was
mean, who does?
graphic as
I mean, who doesn't
fuck,
remember that
dude.
episode?
All because she told him, "Why don't you just shoot him?"
Because she was manipulated by the Joker in the effect of the Florence Nightingale effect.
I'm
Well,
saying,
a twisted Florence Nightingale effect.
I'm saying he threw her out of a fucking window because she told him the obvious thing he could do to stop Batman from foiling his plans. Why don't you just go and shoot him? Because it will be too easy.
The topping on the cake is that Harley was able to capture Batman, and Joker's like, "Nuh-uh, that is my toy. You go away."
It's a briefly go back to villains, regardless if they're from Bruce's Rogues Gallery, Clark's, Diana's, or anybody's. Like having them like go through a heel face turn to turn their life around. Well, like, nobody's against that. However, it needs to be done right, and it's a logical conclusion to their journey, like as villains. But nowadays, like with most of these writers of today, and I use that term loosely, they don't know like how to write villains, anti or otherwise, or even anti-heroes that have to go through a heel face turn.
Here's
Mm,
another thing I want to address real quick. Can we please ditch the pigtail hair scheme with a different color hair on this broad?
That was done during
Yeah.
New 52.
Yep.
so, what
Thi-
was one of your favorite Arlene Sorkin's moments?
Wolf, do you know why they played up those pigtails? You know why they played that up?
Because that
Because
was in her original Jester costume.
yes, that's right,
But the
final.
bitch didn't
Also,
need to wear pigtails all the time.
they
She
wanted
could
to
have
make
wear
it
braids.
they wanted it to make it easier for little girls to dress up as. Because believe you me, at the last Michigan Con we had, I saw tons of little girls looking like Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tons of them. I mean, little
Because
girls.
more and more times when Harley became popular, she's dressed and styles her hair like a little girl.
Yeah, you're right, final. And well,
Yeah.
that's why they
A
stuck
lot of
with it.
people. Dare I say it's kind of sad that a lot of us even said, you know what, she was better off back with the Joker, which is not which some that's something that should never ever leave my damn mouth at all, because that would be me just saying she should go back to her abuser, and that's something I don't want everyone to say.
But see,
That's
here's the
something that's something that should never leave my mouth. But the thing is, it really, where I'm going with this is the fact that in her stint with the Joker, she was way more adult
Mm-hmm.
than
Yeah,
the
and
way
I
how
was
she's portrayed now. And I do mean in image. I'm saying I'm speaking on her image right now specifically. Okay, her image was way more adult than what they're portraying her now, especially with the whole pigtail, candy colored hair, different outfits
and
they keep throwing her in. And the more I kept seeing her, the more youth like I kept seeing her as. And I'm sitting here thinking like, Jesus, they really are trying to appeal to teenage girls apparently.
yes,
Yep.
you got it.
whereas
Got it.
in contrast, just with how Harleen was portrayed like before New 52, after she made a transition to the comics. Oh, it's Arlene Sorkin is able to like portray her as an adult woman who has lost her way when she connected herself with the Joker, and even like if you read her in any title of DC before before Flashpoint and even afterwards, like people can still hear Arlene through Harley Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree. I totally agree. Like, it's going to be hard to if you're doing a live action, bringing this character to life. Every actress that follows her, it will be hard because Arlene was so distinctive with her voice work. You didn't see Arlene do her live action; you heard her voice, but it was so distinctive in the performance that any actress that carries this character onward, because DC is going to keep using her, because like again, they're stupid.
Well,
They're not going to back to it.
the thing is though, she will forever be in a cycle of abuse, and she'll be run through by abusers. So it's a running theme, unfortunately.
And it's not
She's a character that's being abused, and she's continually to get abused.
and not just in fiction.
Hmm.
It's one of the reasons why I find it weird a grown woman would say, "That's my spirit animal, that's my mascot." And it's like, no, a
Yeesh.
relationship does not mean you give up your self respect. You give up the relationship.
Again, you're good, humble. Again, I asked the question, and Wolf, you brought this up. Are women today, I'll just say women in general today, taking the wrong message from this character in as far as her relationship to the Joker? Wolf,
The
you
answer is
touched on
yes.
this.
Yes,
Yeah.
And the ones who
most certainly yes.
Yeah, that's the problem. Because I say, would she sell if they have her leave the Joker? Would they still like her if she did that? Or would they be angry? No, she's supposed to, you know.
Humble, you might want to refresh your screen. I think your mic is crackling.
Oh, okay. You know,
I think they would be upset if she did, like you said, well, if she somehow got some click of sanity to realize the Joker is manipulating her and leave
Or
him,
regain her sanity.
and regain her sanity. I think they would lose their mind. They wouldn't understand why that would be a good thing.
And apparently, in and out of itself, Harley's always in a constant state of abuse. First by the Joker, then by Harley, and now DC
You mean
Comics
Pamela?
themselves.
How is DC
You mean
Comics
you mean
abusing?
Pamela?
I know, that's why I said Ivy.
Oh.
You said Harley originally.
First,
It was a Freudian slip.
Yep.
oh.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, first by the Joker, then it's by Ivy, and now by DC themselves.
How is
And
DC
shippers.
and ship? How is how is DC abusing her?
Because of how
Oh.
popular she is, and they constantly just keep throwing shit out.
I
even
can't
her own
believe you asked that, Leia.
No, because I'm curious. I'm just curious. I just wanted to hear. Everybody's been making some good thoughts. I was just curious. That's all.
Because with everything that DC's been putting out and how popular Harley has gotten since her first appearance in the animated series, they kept constantly throwing shit out, and even in modern day with Margot Robbie's performance as Harley in 2016, or no, not 2016, 2017, of the Suicide Squad, because 2016 was Batman v Superman.
Mhm.
It's your point.
But, and since that inception, and her own animated show, voiced by the same actress who played Penny from The Big Bang Theory,
Oh no.
Uh-huh.
what?
and especially, yep, it was her. And then at giving her own mirror character, who literally is the most pointless character I've ever seen, and not to mention the most overrated, right next to Kamala Khan and Miles Morales in Marvel Comics, and they constantly just throw shit at the wall and see what sticks, and using Harley to do this because of how much she's so popular and how much she keeps getting so much attraction, and how much she would be in scantily clad outfits more than her bombshell outfit with the DC bombshell when they did the DC bombshell for all
Shit,
their DC ladies.
I'd rather be reading DC bombshells than anything they put out.
Yeah,
Bombshells look like a decent story at least.
yeah, and no
Reminds me of
matter.
Marvel Noir.
Mm,
Trying to try stuff by using their one of their most popular characters.
yeah,
That's ludicrous. That's not even marketing. That is basically using a skin suit to market all kinds of crazy stunts. If you want to do crazy stunts, do a new character.
and
Mm-hmm.
they did make a new character, and she was pointless.
More
A
like
lot of their new
a
characters are
yeah,
pointless.
Well, I mean,
more
like,
like a
arguably, like the abuse that Harley started to endure with DC, like, started in 2011, like after Flashpoint and the beginning of the New 52, when they
Hmm.
decided to place her in the Suicide Squad, where,
Oh yeah, even ruining the Suicide Squad because
yeah,
DC wanted
so
their very own Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
even though they're not, and they're also definitely not the DC universe's answer to the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, and ironically themselves, the Thunderbolts are being made into the Suicide Squad, which they're
Even
not.
and to get back to like Harley. Probably like at least like before, like in pre New 52, like her characterization was consistent from how she was portrayed in the animated series.
Yep.
As I said, you're both right. I asked that question, but it proves the people running DC right now are stupid.
Yeah.
They see it,
So
they
much
do
so,
not.
her new
Yeah.
outfits are just getting stupider and stupider.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
because here, let me show you like at least like a modern Harley outfit.
Hang on, final.
Okay.
Are you ready?
See if I can try to fit. Because a lot of it they use the 2017 Suicide Squad film, but then other actually this one might do the Fortnite one. Because apparently they brought her into Fortnite. But
They brought a lot of characters for Fortnite. That's nothing new.
yeah. Um
Fortnite has
wait,
become the skin game
share screen.
at this point.
Okay. Sharing the screen now.
Let me authorize it.
Get all this stuff out the freaking way. Okay. Okay, yeah, there we go. Alright, is it on?
I
It
see
should
it.
be. I just
Oh yeah.
authorized it.
Yeah. This is literally her modern outfit in a lot of DC stories nowadays.
they didn't even stick the headset on.
Nope. It's
Just
just
the
leather coat,
pigtails.
Biker girl.
just yeah, just basically just biker girl. Sometimes she would have roller skates on her shoes, but yeah, that's the same thing.
I don't mind her joining a biker gang and leading them to fight off the crime in Gotham. I wouldn't never mind that. That'd been really badass if you ask me.
That would have been fun. A lot better
I agree.
than soap opera.
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm saying is turn into Junker Queen from Overwatch, where she just took over a biker gang and like started her own little group to fight off gangs in Gotham, and you have Batman coming in, asking her what the hell are you doing, and she says I'm cleaning up your city while you're away doing your Justice League stuff.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it'd
I
be
think
kind
Oh,
of.
yeah,
should I
Neo
show
start.
this? This is too risky. I probably should
If it's
show
too risky, don't do it.
If it's too
it.
It's a
risky,
hell
we
of a
could get
Don't
out.
do it.
it's a hell of a
Yeah,
price to pay for being stylish, as Dirty Harry would say.
Oh man.
Oh yes,
Yep.
yes, they did use that outfit in DC Multiverse. Yes.
I'm just saying, like Brucey, he sure did do a lot of good convenient censorship with this one.
Yeah, because
You probably know what I'm
Bruce
talking
Tim
about.
is just Bruce Tim is just wacko. Yeah, in the
Wow.
words of Meridian Chase, wacko.
Wow.
Meridian Chase from
That's how
Batman Forever.
that's how best you describe Bruce Timm. Really? You're not going all out, man? He's a fucking pervert.
Yes, he's a pervert, but he's wacko.
He's a chivalrous pervert, I will say that, but there we can talk a lot about him later on. There's some shit that he does that I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
That's what I'm trying to say.
You say he's wacko, I say he's a chivalrous pervert.
No, you said just like, what the fuck, dude? That's basically him.
Yeah. Okay, this one's not risque. This has actually got some cleanup to it. The one I was suggesting, Jesus Christ, you can actually see some pubic.
Oh, that's
Oh
We
yeah,
least-
that would actually get the thing cut off. The
Right?
same-
I'm really pushing this shit right now because like
Yeah.
if look, when in doubt, if all else fails, Rumble.
Yeah.
We'll migrate to Rumble.
Or Odyssey and
Shut up.
and Nebula. Look, Robo is
Shut
not the
up.
only Rumble is not the only
How about
alternative.
you shut up, Wolf?
So, so what's the new picture look like?
Give me a sec.
Okie dokie
Well-
dokie.
Well, look, to give back to Harley.
Till then,
And
you just gotta look
Harley
at
and
her
also
almost
Arlene.
dying.
Well, look, getting back to Harley and also Arlene's performance as the character. One of my favorite episodes. One of the episodes from Batman the Animated Series that remains a favorite of mine is Harley's Day Out. Oh, when she finally got out of Arkham Asylum. And
Yes.
Love that episode.
My favorite of hers, where she tries reformation, where she tries to live a good life, but damn, a bad day had to fucking happen.
yeah.
Well, I mean, not just a bad day, but also a misunderstanding during a shopping day.
Still a bad day.
Yeah,
turned into a
still
Karen.
bad day.
And kidnapped a general's daughter who was dating Bruce Wayne at the time.
Hmm.
Yeah, but at least like no harm came to her, and she was
True.
and she actually dropped the charges in the end of that episode.
So
Yep.
true. It's funny how she was strolling down the street with her pet hyenas, the iconic pet hyenas,
Yep.
which to this day I still wonder how the hell she could even acquire those things, and how the hell Joker even
Probably in
allowed her
this-
to have those things.
Yeah, but Lula remains a constant with Harley.
Surprised they ain't dead yet.
Um,
How long those fuckers last?
However long the writers would, especially being in the Birds of Prey film, which there was only one, she called it Bruce. Get it,
Oh,
Bruce?
God.
Because Batman.
Oh, we don't talk about the Birds of Prey movie, man.
I have to agree with Dom
Oh.
on that one. I like to forget that one.
yeah, that
And always
movie
shat.
that movie just to get viewers in ended up with a movie title longer than its credits line.
Yeah.
Not to mention like one other time they actually went to the movie theaters and enjoyed Rambo: Last Blood more than Birds of Prey.
Yeah. I don't blame them.
Doo-doo-doo.
I feel pretty, oh so pretty.
Pretty and witty and light.
Yeah.
It's gay.
And of course, and the
That is the song. That is the lyric. She says it. Happy and
also-
gay.
Well, also it was during a time when the word "gay" like meant optimistic, not its other definition.
And here I thought it meant happy.
No, it meant happy too, but it also means someone who is happy and optimistic. That's it. But nowadays, hardly anyone use the word "gay" in its original definition.
I was going to say back to Birds of Prey. No, I don't. I wouldn't go to that disaster insult in many, many ways. It wasn't just Harley. It was other characters in there that I thought were just
Yep, the Birds of Prey themselves.
yeah. That
Cassandra
was
Cain is not actually a Batgirl. Black Canary is not really Black Canary at all,
Not really, but
and
right.
Huntress is just annoying.
Yes, just a hot mess what they
What
did
a
to
waste of
Huntress.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead. She could have killed it as Huntress.
Yeah.
She really could have killed it as Huntress. I did not mind the casting. I didn't. Truth be told, I did not really mind the casting except for Cassandra Cain's casting. Which, what the fuck? Why would you cast Cassandra Cain as a tub of lard of a child?
I don't know why they did that. Oh, that was written by
They just
activists.
that tells you right there. They just threw anything in there, and they just want they want their own body types. That's what they
Yeah.
want. They want their own body types. That's why they put Harley Quinn in that overall get up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or say they want Huntress in that makeshift combat outfit she was in. Or
And
say
also Mr.
even
Ewan as not Black Mask at all because he's not as imposing.
they just love making the men look unthreatening at all. Non-threatening at all. Or how about Black Canary looking like a disco bitch?
Ooh.
And that really weird dream sequence where Harley imagines herself as Marilyn Monroe.
We don't talk
Eh,
about that. That's you know what? That's Margot Robbie thinking she's Marilyn Monroe, or she's just as good as Marilyn Monroe, or thinks she's just as sexy as Marilyn Monroe. That
And people go to theaters, even my close friend, unfortunately, would go to see her because of how beautiful she is. But here's the thing, we'll
she
take the
is
picture
all
down
right.
for 1 minute. For 1 moment, I do need something important to say for just 1 moment. Never let a pretty face corrupt your soul like the whore of Babylon.
Like this one.
True Words by Final. Yes. Listen to the wisdom. The Birds of Prey was written by fourth wave feminists. I will never understand their reasoning for why
Harley
they
Quinn
did
these
the
days
character.
is she's been taken over by feminists. The
Yeah,
feminists have what the thing is. Going back to what I said about the whole abuse thing being defined, no, feminists weaponizes abuse.
The
They
modern day
weaponize
incarnation.
words.
the feminists had weaponized abuse the same way PETA has weaponized animals.
That is correct.
very
You're
good.
not wrong.
Very well
Weird,
said.
kind of creepy, and low key pervy.
That's also,
They also
I mean,
weaponize
I mean,
rape too.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. It's also like one of the reasons why Christina Hoff Sommers an
Oh,
old
what the
school
fuck?
feminist. It's one of the reasons why women like Christina Hoff Sommers, who is an old school feminist, like keep their distance from this modern day incarnation.
Peekaboo.
Exactly. Oh, that is
What?
because well,
I'm waiting for I will be waiting for to hear a message from YouTube to age restrict my fucking shit.
that's what I'm scared of. I'm like, you are
Yes,
so pushing me. Well, I don't want that to happen.
yes, hold on. Continue what you're about to say.
No, I was going to say, yeah, you're all right about Birds of Prey. It sucked because fourth wave feminists came in, and I was looking forward to seeing Huntress and Black Canary, and I'm like, what in the world? This ain't them. This is feminist. And then I won't stray too far, but I just want to say the reason that movie failed for me was because fourth wave feminists use those characters to express their ideas about themselves and how they see men.
The whole movie itself was really one big go stroke for Margot Robbie herself, which for whatever reason Mr. Ewan McGregor was all in on this. And that's what Eric July
Yes.
called him Mr. Ewan.
Yeah, you can't help but feel that even McGregor was in a rock and a hard place, and he can't really speak his honest mind about the whole thing.
Are you sure we didn't call Ewan eggplant?
Oh, Dom, you're
I'm
right.
sorry.
He's mad. He's a man.
I would have went hinged on that sentiment had he not talk down about his character in Obi-Wan.
Touche.
I would have held that sentiment if his demeanor was if his demeanor was any different from there than it was in Obi-Wan. But he still didn't defend his position on that one here, so fuck him.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
again, touche.
Obi-Wan.
The last time that Harley was utilized well, and as you're like reading in the pages, you hear Arlene when it was through Gotham City Sirens before New 52.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's one thing I was looking forward to with anything to do with Harley Quinn was instead of having her tied to as a matter of fact, this the whole biker gang idea that I had. Why did they continue the Gotham City Sirens?
I mean, it was a good series back then, but then
And why
then
couldn't they
why?
have promoted that as a movie instead of Birds of Prey?
Because like at the time, Warner Brothers was relying too heavily on the New 52 DC universe instead of pre New 52.
That was
You
And
retarded,
the
shouldn't
by the
latter
just
way.
half
want
of DC
fourth-wave
Rebirth.
feminists to actually get a hold of the sirens.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have a a female sumo wrestler on a tiny motorcycle, and that would be supposed to be considered pretty. Yet you could hear those cheeks flapping above that.
And also, and also the motorcycle just scraping up the road.
Jesus Christ. Where the fuck did that happen? This is new to me.
It was I don't know, it was like some thing that they thought would be fun to do on like sports magazines, some fashion magazines. They took like some, I don't know, they took like someone that was supposed to be unconventional beauty and stuck it on a magazine that was meant to promote exercise.
Fucking really. Who thought Harley Quinn died in Batman Beyond Return of the Joker?
Well, we all thought, we all thought she
Yeah.
perished, but as
Oh yeah.
Barbara said, like in the middle of the movie, like they didn't find her body, so it actually left out the possibility that she was still alive, and of course, in the end of Batman Beyond the Return of the Joker, we see that she's still alive and she became a grandmother.
Somehow.
Considering Batman Beyond came out when I was a kid, um, I just forgot that the characters in DC could get old.
But also to Harley's credit in the DC anime universe, she was able to finally escape from the Joker.
Well, for granted, but how did she even survive the fall?
She
The same
found a
way the
way.
Joker survived the plane crash. You know, he probably he probably didn't make it.
I mean, of course the Joker
Also,
died because Tim shot him.
I'm saying that's what Batman has said when he crashed in World's Finest. Said
Oh,
this might be it.
I remember that.
Hmm.
And and Neil starts to answer your question. Yeah, I remember Roxy Rocket. What I'm surprised she didn't make her transition into the DC comic book universe.
oh yeah, her.
God, Roxy Rocket's is a big bag of fun
Hmm.
and
Right?
thrill seeking.
Mhm.
Wait, did she also make Superman at one point, or just Batman?
She met
She met no, she met Superman after she met Bruce.
yeah.
Because I had a feeling like, oh yeah, she did make Batman, I was thinking like she was also in the same episode with Superman as well.
Yeah, but well, hey, at least like in the ending of Return of the Joker, like yeah, like Harley was giving the DD twins like a major stern talk, and actually
Mm-hmm.
said like she hoped that the course like throws the book at them.
Yeah. Probably just disappointed at them just
That's
by
the kind of
joining.
ending. Sorry, that's
Oh.
the kind of ending I wish she had going forward in her life. When in the comics,
Mm-hmm.
look, I already threw my biker gang idea, but I would have loved to see her live a normal life. Just hang up the suit, pursue pursue psychotherapy the right way this time, and not necessarily work at Arkham's per se, but work as a psychiatrist for anybody who's looking for a shoulder to cry on or somebody to talk to, be it lost children, runaways, what have you. That would have been a nice ending for her. That she went through the brainwashing and got through all that, and she finally is now a fully realized psychotherapist. It would have ended with her being finally a legit psychotherapist. There was a, there was a moment where she brought up the fact that she was a psychiatrist. She kind of dropped some knowledge a little bit, which was
Hmm.
freaking unreal considering how she obtained her PhD.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
She said something. I forgot where it was where she did that. She's like, I'm a psychiatrist. I was a psychiatrist. And I was like, really? And then she drops her down. Like, wait, what?
It's on the
That's
same level of Plankton. When I discover your formula for Krabby Patties, I'm gonna run you out of business. I went to college.
Well, that would have been a wonderful ending for her, but the fourth wave feminists would not allow it. They would hate that because they do not believe people can be redeemed. They would hate that.
well,
They would
they
say,
don't.
"No, she has to
Well,
stay
them like
that way."
here's the thing. Here's the thing. People of that caliber, let's just call them for what they are, Marxists of many forms, mind you.
Hmm.
They don't like people who can take care of themselves. They like people who are codependent.
Or
We all know
or
this. Let's make no bare bones about it. We all know that they derive their need for codependency.
Okay, pardon
Period.
my idiot pun, but does that just mean fourth wave feminists are just looking for useful idiots?
Yes,
Like any
yes.
Marxist.
because
Oh
Well,
yeah.
I'll just
people
leave that
just
up
rely
there.
so much on governments in
Well,
order to do it.
Oh yeah. As
When
we
Let me
see,
in
have
reality,
this.
governments are evil.
well, not just that, but also as we've seen time and time again, like they don't actually support real victims of abuse, men and women alike.
They just want to support the problem, not the solution.
Congratulations, 12 they would be happy.
Those are me, Eloise.
No, 12 because you know how much he talks about this shit all the time.
Oh yeah.
Not wrong.
I did like Harley in the episode of the Justice League where the Joker tried to blow up Las Vegas, and in that scene, Batman,
Oh, wild cards.
yeah, with the wild
Yep.
card, right, and Batman had to she kind of stood for herself for him when Batman said, "Are you sure Joker doesn't have a thing for was that Ace or the girl
Yeah,
that
yeah,
Ace.
yeah,
Ace of the Royal Flush Gang.
yeah, the Royal Flush Gang," and she didn't take that too she didn't take that too kindly when Batman said to her, "Oh really? Well, look how he's rubbing her shoulders and holding there. You sure you're going to be his number one girl?"
Look
And
again.
yeah, and she came back in there, what about me?
That's actually not that bad. Not that's that's actually not a bad rendition there, Leia.
Oh, it was.
Yep.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but much like with Harley, like the Joker manipulated those kids.
Yeah, I love this. I love that moment when Batman got in there, and I'm like, oh, and obviously I couldn't wait for Batman to sock him good because he was manipulating all of them, and then he showed it to Ace that she's just being played by the Joker all along. I love that part with
Mhm.
Batman. Yeah, I was like, oh, Batman, get in there and get that guy, and then showed it.
Joker recruited the Teen Titans. My goodness.
I mean, they were voiced by the respective voice actors.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Go back and look at that episode, guys. Those were the Teen Titans before they were Teen Titans.
The Royal Flush
Yeah,
Gang.
Yep.
Yeah,
yeah.
their
Okay.
voice actors were voiced by the Teen Titans.
Yep.
Oh, I
Hmm.
didn't know that.
10
Sweet.
was Queen. What was Starfire? No, she was Raven.
Yes.
Of course, what's the black dude one? He was 10, right?
Yeah. 10.
10
Mhm.
was Cyborg, obviously, because he was a black dude. King
King.
was Robin.
The Dick Grayson Robin in that show, because Tim in that
Hmm.
universe was is still Robin, but yet Dick was also Robin in Teen Titans.
Instead
Yeah.
of Nightwing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he
Hmm.
does
And of
become
course,
Nightwing in the future, but yeah,
yeah, and of course, Ace was voiced by Starfire herself,
Yep.
Hidden Walsh,
And the stretchy guy,
was Beast
Jack
Boy.
Beast Boy.
Beast Boy.
Like he was Jack.
Hmm.
Good voice work there. Yeah, that's a good use. Those actors was a good use of voice work.
It's pretty wild that you heard them as villains first before they had them voice good guys.
Hmm.
God
Yeah,
damn it! Where's that
it makes me
scene?
yeah, it makes you
Sorry,
wonder like
Monticelli.
it makes you wonder like what would happen if the Justice League rescued Ace and the other kids instead of the Joker? Because like if they did, then it would actually give them an early exposure to Project Cadmus.
Oh, that's an interesting thought. I have to go.
Yeah, because I mean they were actually mentioned along with Volcana in the let's see the no it was the fourth episode either the fourth or the fifth episode of Justice League Unlimited where it had the first appearance of Galatea and the Royal Flush Gang, Volcana, and like others like they were referenced from the previous DC anime universe shows to bring them back in the overarching Cadmus story arc.
Hmm.
Where's that scene again?
What scene are you looking for?
It's the one where he addresses what the Joker's done to her.
Who, Batman?
Yeah, was it season one? It had to be season one.
That'll be season 2 of the original Justice League.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, no, it was in Justice League Unlimited when that happened.
No, 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 no. It was a talk between Batman and Harley Quinn.
Oh,
Trying to remember what episode it was.
wait, was it in the Mad Love episode when Batman was being hung upside down?
Yeah, there we go.
Hmm.
Let's see if I can find
That,
it. Where
that
is
would
it?
be in the new Batman Adventures.
Yeah, that's
Oh
season 4 of
shit!
the animated series.
Are you sure? He was in his. Looked
Yeah,
like he was in his classic outfit at that time.
yeah,
Hmm.
it was season 4.
Wow, Wiki quotes don't even have it in season four. What the fuck?
Darn.
All
Because
right.
the complete Batman the Animated Series on Blu-ray actually counts that as a season 4.
Yeah, I know. But I had to look up the new Batman Adventures for that one. All right, let's see. Where the fuck is it? I'm wearing glasses, by the way, so the gleam is fucking me over too. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Ooh.
Found it. Last episode. Does they have it? Do they have it? Do they have it? Okay. Yep. Okay, here we go. You ready?
Go for it.
You know, for what it's worth, I actually enjoyed some of our romps, but there comes a time when a gal wants more, and now this gal wants to settle down with her loving sweetheart. You and the Joker. Right or Rooney? I've never seen you laugh before. I don't like it. Cut it out. You're giving me the crease. You little fool. The Joker doesn't love anything except himself. Wake up, Harley. He had you pegged for higher health the minute you walked into Arkham. That's not. No. No, he told me things. Secret things he never told anybody. Was it his line about the abusive father? Sorry, was it what damn it. Was it his line about the abusive father? Or the one about the runaway mom? He's getting a lot of sympathy with that one. Stop it! You're making me confused. What was it he told that one parole officer? Oh yes, there was only one time I ever saw Dad really happy. He took me to the ice snow when I was 7. The circus. He said it was a circus. He's got a million of them, Harley. You're wrong. My pudding does love me. He does. You're the problem. And now you're gonna die and make everything right. Except he'll never believe you do it. Huh? Sure he will. How's Joker gonna know I'm really gone? All those fish will leave as scraps of flesh and cloth. Anyone can fake that. True, you got my belt, but it's not the same as a body. He'll never buy it.
I remember that episode. Okay.
Same here. And although in a slight correction, like Bruce actually called Harley by her real name, Harleen.
Mm-hmm.
You think he did that on purpose to try to make her come to her senses?
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of thought so too. That's why she kept saying confusing for her to
Because
remember.
Batman knows the Joker well.
Yes, yes, he does. Yes, I absolutely agree. He knows it better than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's that line in Arkham Asylum? Oh yeah, when Oracle tried to call up Batman when she was trying to tell him that Joker's already got bombs trying to set up all over Gotham if somebody else comes in there. But then he says he's lying. It's just a diversion to keep people away. How do you know that? I know him.
When Wetman says he knows him, I believe him. Yes, he does. That's why in the episode he goes after him because he knows him so well.
Yep.
So you guys tuckered out now?
Well, then we said, I will say one thing, and maybe I shouldn't say this, but I should warn you. And now you all talked about, we all know that no one could take the place of Arlene, but Warner Brothers seems to think so because we're getting a Joker 2, and Lady Gaga will now be Harley Quinn singing.
Sigh. Don't remind me.
Singing, coming soon from Warner Brothers. So,
You know,
Wolf, you're right.
okay. Devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would prefer her over Margot at this point.
I was just about to ask you, would she be better than Margot? Would you prefer her over Margot Robbie?
She might be, but the thing is, I've never seen the first Joker, and I don't intend to see the second one either because, number one, I'm still on my no Batman content clause, and they recently made a Batman movie, so I'm not watching no Batman content. I sure as hell. It's one of the reasons why, even if Ezra Miller wasn't a piece of shit, I wouldn't even watch the damn Flash movie because that's Batman in it. A lot of them
Yes.
in one movie.
Well, they needed something to attract an audience besides Crazy Miller.
Anyways,
Yeah, because they've always put Batman in a lot of them. Just, oh yeah, Men of Steel didn't work out well. Let's put Batman in the sequel. And oh yeah, what is it that we can make the Flash movie go out in the paint? Let's put Batman in there, but not
I
just
wouldn't
Ben
have
Affleck Batman. Michael Keaton is Batman because Spider-Man No
even
Way
if I
Home did it.
even if I
Hmm.
didn't do World's Finest, I would have put Bruce in there. Not necessarily as Batman, just as Bruce Wayne, just to hint that Batman is coming. There is going to be a movie being made, yes, but it will establish that Bruce Wayne does exist in that universe. Sure,
Yeah,
as a
but that
tease. Doesn't necessarily have to be Batman in there. Just have Bruce Wayne in there and hit and cue in the end credit scene where he approaches Lois Lane. No, not Lois Lane. He approaches
Vicky,
not Vicky Vale.
And
He
Julie
approaches
Madison.
God damn it, Clark. Sorry, Monticelli.
okay. Okay.
He approaches Clark. That's what I was
oh,
trying to say. Clark.
Okay.
He approaches Clark and he quotes the world's finest last line in a reverse, mind you, in a reverse. A reverse classic line from World's Finest. If we ever meet again, there'll be something to this partnership. What do you mean? Flips over the card and it has Wayne Industries, but at the same time he has an etched bat symbol on it, and you hear them cut the black. Yeah, why are you self-inflicting yourself?
it's getting my water.
He's
Huh?
flogging him. Why are you flogging yourself?
I had to race to get my water.
I'm not. I said Neo.
Self-inflicting himself. Oh. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
oh yeah. At
I
the
know what he's
moment you
talking.
said,
I know what he's talking about, but it looks like he's just slapping himself. It's like, why would you do that?
it's just
Why
like
are
the
you
one
punishing
clip that
yourself?
one meme just everyone's just face palms like
Yeah, that's what he's trying to do.
So now that we are exhausted, I need to get to bed tonight before work tomorrow. So look at the uh look at the screen, y'all, and just pay your respects to Arlene. Press F in the chat if you want to. Raise a hand or prayers or a peace sign or cross sign, whatever. And I know we talked more about the characters she played, but I'm sure those who probably met her in cons or any other areas probably would tell us the usual shtick. She was a good lady. Probably loved her career, loved the character that she always played, and I'm pretty sure she enjoyed giving everybody the iconic voices as the character as well. Of course, we didn't really get into her her shit in the Arkham games, but we're not talking about the games. We're talking about the character from DCAU specifically. Um, I guess you guys got to. I guess I should say this now rather than forgetting. But we didn't really say what she died of.
She had a disease, but they didn't say what sickness she had because she was in her 60s,
Yeah, she died at 67.
yes.
67.
65.
67.
Oh, she was 50, 55?
65. I
65.
I had to look up Arlene.
Hmm. But it
She
has
did.
not listed the cause of death, but they said she was living with a illness that
Yeah,
Hmm.
due
eventually
to
took its
sickness.
toll. Yeah, and eventually it took its toll. So we don't know what that could have been released yet.
So don't beat yourself up about it. there will be hope at the end of that tunnel eventually when we distance ourselves from these era of movies, of superhero movies. Hopefully, but yeah, very from what I'm seeing, from what people said about Arlene, very good role model, if you would say that,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Uh,
I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Grace us Grace us well, us little kids with a very iconic character, a very kooky character as well in the likes of Harley Quinn. Brought brought her to life enough to incorporate her into the DC comics at large of her time. And it's sad to see that her iconic character is being utilized the way she's being utilized. And it's unfortunate that we never got a last performance from her as Harley Quinn in in recent times, not necessarily before that. I'm sure she has. She has gotten one performance, but it would have been nice if we had one more, just one more with her, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, sure. Always.
Now
She's
I
again.
say that she's the definitive voice, but we can also live comfortably knowing that there are successors that do know how to do her voice and cadence. And
Mm-hmm.
like I said, Amy Jolson, best live performance of a Harley Quinn than Margot Robbie herself. Margot Robbie will never match Amy Johnston at all. If y'all really want to see Amy Johnston as Harley Quinn, go look up Superpower Beatdown Domino versus Harley Quinn,
Oh,
where
nice.
she's cosplaying. I'm gonna call it for what it is, cosplaying as Harley Quinn fighting Domino. I don't know who the other stunt woman is, but Amy Johnston, I can't even say her name right. Amy Johnston is a very prolific stunt woman. I'm pretty sure you've seen her in Corridor Cruise, stunt people looking at good or bad stunts,
Hmm.
Mm.
where she's made a few appearances. She was also Android 18 in this Dragon Ball Z fan film series called Light of Hope.
Nice. Nice.
So go ahead and check that out. They did recently do a third, not recently, it's been years already. They did put out the third episode, which was really great.
Hmm.
And she was really good in that one. But other than that, back to Sorkin. Yeah, she gave one hell of a performance. And I didn't think too much of Harley Quinn up until later episodes, like Harley's Holiday or Mad Love, like what Dom has said. Or was
Oh.
another one Harley Quinn,
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, Harley Quinn.
or my favorite, the girls' night episode where they where her and Poison Ivy were taken out by Renee Montoya, which was essentially a feminist episode, but it's not as egregious as feminist episodes are today and going
In
forward.
other, in other words, it's old school feminism, which talk about equality of both sexes.
Yeah, yeah. So that being said, I'd like to thank everybody for being here. Those seven, like, Jesus Christ, there was a lot of people coming in here. Seven people, seven each, and those nonsense motherfuckers that kept popping in and out. Thank you everybody for being and tolerating us going back and forth, back up and down, left, right, square, press A, or what have you. Talking about this character and the actress herself. But we wanted to do this tonight, and we had to postpone our millennial talk tonight for this one because this was a very unexpected passing, and we've been hit with a lot of unexpected passing, like Bob Barker from The Price is Right, the
Mm-hmm.
original host.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the original. Yeah.
And I was thinking about doing both of them in the same stream. Yeah, didn't want to do that. Should we do another stream with Bob Barker? Maybe. Probably do it on Saturday or Sunday, or we'll probably do it sometime Monday. No, we can't do that on Monday. Anyways, I'll brainstorm. Tune in for next Tuesday, where we'll be coming back with Janelle to talk about Robotech, the Master Saga, aka Southern Cross. And I hope my team has been going through the episodes here and there whenever they got the chance to, when they're not too busy. Looking at you, Leia.
Yeah, I know I'm guilty.
Also looking at you, Final. You've been slacking
And
too, boy. You've been kind of slacking too. So far,
and do
down
you
in
think I
homework.
got other shit to do? Do you think
Oh,
I
I know
don't
you
got
do.
other shit to do?
Oh, I know you do.
Mhm.
Oh, I know you do. Oh, I know you do. That's why I give you. That's why I gave you the 10 episode limit, so y'all can at least watch 2 a day. If nothing that, if not that, at least 2 a day.
Right, because I don't have to deal with my writing shit.
Oh, you do. You could be writing with that as background noise.
Oh my god.
You could also be getting some inspiration from Southern Cross while you're writing. Shit, I do that too sometimes. Just saying, Final. I
So
love you,
just to play
man.
Wolf,
I can't thank you, Tom. I can't see Spinal's face right now, but I'm sure Spinal has its own thought on
I don't have
it.
my face cam on, but I'm just looking at him just like in disapproval, my arms crossed, just like, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here with a big ass Joker smile on my face while I'm saying this shit.
Yes.
Good, because then I can punch you in the jaw from that, with that Joker ass grin.
Yo, break your knuckles, boy.
look,
I got jaws of steel.
look. The point is, that even though Arlene is gone, she'll continue to live on like through books, movies, video games, and everything else in between, because she has left a long lasting legacy like within and outside of screen.
That's
She's
right.
a good example of the power of voice work. As we said, we did not see her live on screen, but her voice brought the character to life, breathed life into the character. And that's great to know for those that like voice work, want to do the voice work, it can pay off.
Let me thank my wingman for being here to undertake this long passing and starting with the Warrior of Light Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Well, that about does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, click like and subscribe and share with your family and friends, and make sure you ring that notification bell, that way you get notified of our latest videos. Go subscribe to Wolf 10 Media if you haven't already, go subscribe to me if you haven't already. Be sure you stay tuned in late September, which is now this month by now, at our time, where I'll be analyzing logos from the Famicom to the Super Famicom era Final Fantasy games, while somewhere around also in late September will be Episode 4 Final Fantasy Rolls covering the Monk class. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Final Fantasy Fan 12 signing off, and remember, may the light forever shine upon us, and may Arlene Sorkin rest in peace.
The lovely lady of our land plus size.
Good evening, everyone. This is Leah Plus Size, your lovely lady of valor, and thank you for joining us in this remembrance of Arlene. And as I said before, this is a good example of the power of voice work for those actors who may prefer, if you're out there and you prefer getting into voice work, she is a very good example of the power of the voice and what it can do for a character. If you have any suggestions on any other topics or characters or actors who portray characters you would like for us to rant about, please leave it in the comments below. I am sure Wolf will appreciate that. But until then, I hope all of you enjoy your weekend and your holiday as well. And see you next week.
The Hound of the South, Dominic Powell.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us in tonight's live stream as we talk as we talk about Arlene Sorkin and also like cherish the memories that we have like with this actress as well as the character that she is. Well, one of the most recognized characters. She's known for who knows how long. But if there are any other actors, or even creators, parents that you'd like us to talk about in the future, make sure you put them down in the comments section, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wolf Tim Media's channel. This is the House of Dominic Powell, the secondary Optimist, and his secondary command signing off. And remember to never give up the fight and keeping hope, idealism, and optimism alive in the world.
He just loves saying that, doesn't he? What the fuck was that?
Humble, you okay?
Yeah.
She disappeared.
Oh my god, I hope she's alright. Unless she screamed there, I hope she's okay.
I just seen a spider.
Or a rat or something came across her room.
I think so. She's back.
Hello.
Humble, are you
Hi, I'm
alright?
here.
Are you alright?
Yes, I had clicked the wrong button.
Oh, that's why you
Turned off
screamed.
StreamYard.
That's what we heard that scream for.
You screamed like you just saw a spider.
Just another night with Humble.
Mm-hmm.
The humblest of writers, Humble Marty.
Hi, I am Humble Marty, the queen of technical difficulties today. My condolences to Arlene Sorkin, and thank you for making a lot of people happy.
Get some, bitch. Get some.
What?
And yes, I do sell books. Just stick in my online handle on the search for Amazon. That's how you find all of them there.
We will not say her name on screen, but you know, I need to start doing more is plug in your guys' stuff. Or, you know what? Neil, you get on that shit. You're a committed fan. You might as well be our bus boy. That's really funny, but okay.
No, I'm giggling.
Anyways,
Note
this spinning
to
will
self, have links ready for copy. Oh, never mind. Go on.
Oh, Humble. Should the stars align, I hope all of our old members could join up with us so we can, they can see how far we've come so far. This is your Welcome at Wolf Town. Remind you guys, once again, you are the UN Spacey. And if you like our Remembering Us streams, definitely check out our earlier past streams like Remembering Jason David Frank, and of course another DC legend, Kevin Conroy. Be sure to check those out and see if there's anything we can improve on when we talk about people who have passed away, because we're still working on this stuff. We're trying, guys. Yes, she's good, Neil. Anyways, you're the UN Spacey. Welcome to the Wolf Fleet.
I want to listen to the radio.
Don't!
Oops.
Listen and listen good. You don't touch anything, say anything, or do anything unless I tell you. Got it?
Yes, sir.